What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My peeps, my peoples, we are in the building, peep squad. Let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about Martell Holt. He is out here and he is out here with a vengeance. He is feeling a certain type of way when it comes to his ex-wife Mel, and basically he is calling her out and talking about her as he usually do. But in any event, he went to Instagram and he started posting about his custody battle and the reason why he is suing Mel, and now we understand the reason why he posts up the pictures of his kids taking them to school on their first day and saying that he's not going to miss any more birthdays or holidays. And then Mel's people, I believe her brother, called him out and said he didn't show up for this, he didn't show up for their birthdays, and he didn't buy them a Christmas tree or Christmas presents, allegedly. So in any event, Martell basically said he is taking the band-aid off this time and he's going in. So let's get Martell takes to social media to air out his grievances with his ex-wife Mel and basically give information on the custody battle. So Martell states this: Mel, please leave me alone. You moved on, I moved on. Stop attempting to destroy me. We have 4 beautiful children together. Stop going live and doing interviews if you do not want to speak positive about the father of your 4 children. I have not spoken negatively or about you lately, even when asked about you. He continues, Mel, stop lying about court and custody, and even the little childish Martell forgot to make the kids lunch. LOL. I told my kids they were eating at school, and which lots of kids do. He continues, I am 2-0 in court and she is 0-2. My attorney is 4-0 against her attorney. The courtroom is not social media. Judges hear facts. If you have anything else to say, Mel, make sure I am there for my side of the story, because we know you do say anything for social media. I am requesting full custody because she had over 24 people since our separation, with only a few being her family members watch our children, including Marcus in my city for 2 nights while Mel flew to another state without informing the father of anything. I asked Mel if we could not allow men to watch our children, and she said, I do what I want. Months later, Marcus' husband was left alone watching my children. Not saying they are bad people, just saying that some things Mel and I both were against initially. All I ask is that I have the first rights of refusal if she is unable to keep the kids doing her time with them. This is something most moms would want: a supportive dad who loves their kids and would rather keep them than sending them to multiple people when the mom is too busy. We get the kids on every other week. We know that things happen or come up when we have our kids, and that's okay. My issue is the excessiveness of different people watching our kids. Stop saying that I am not acting like a supportive dad. I have been the more active parent since day one before. Martell takes to social media and basically bashes Mel, basically saying the real Mel, you guys would unfollow and no longer be fans, just like everybody that once was her friends are no longer her friends. God do not tell you to go. He tells everybody around you. Just dirty. Martell calls out Mel, basically calls her a liar and says, how sad is this? Now I am suing because when she made those accusations, she kept my children away from me for 56 days. This was the reason I was not filming with her starting in January. She made me miss my baby girl Mariah and Malia's birthday. Mariah used to cry to stay with me before those 56 days. Martell also states, my son/kids, she stated that I hit my son 25 times and hit him on the head and made him bleed. She did not contact me to ask what really happened. She contacted her attorneys and they took my kids away from me. I won in court because she lied. Martell continues, afterwards she cried twice because she missed her mom. I love that she missed her mom. Her mom just went about it the wrong way. Right now, Mel is in contempt of court on more than one thing. If you guys knew. So basically, he's saying that Mel is in contempt of court if we only knew what was going on. So in any event, when it comes down to the situation, there's a whole lot of mudslinging, and the kids are going to be affected by their parents and what they're going through, and basically it being on social media. I have noticed Mel has recently done interviews with TMZ and the Shade Room and other places, and she's been very careful with her words when she describes Martell. She basically says that she can't control him. She couldn't control him when she was married. She don't know what he do. She stayed out of his personal life, but he is suing her for custody and things of that nature. And I haven't heard her say anything really derogatory or negative about him. In any event, Martell basically is putting out there that Mel lied to her lawyers and lied to the court when allegedly he was accused of hitting his son 25 times. I don't know where the number comes from. I don't know why Mel didn't contact him when that actually happened. Maybe because she felt like he was going to lie to her. Maybe she was shocked and things of that nature, because she knows Martell better than we know Martell, and we don't know what type of physical relationship that they had during their marriage and things of that nature. So maybe she felt comfortable in contacting her lawyer first and then contacting him, because they wasn't on speaking terms, and there was one point that she wasn't speaking to him at all, where he had to go through an assistant, he had to do email and things of that nature, because there was just so much mudslinging going on, especially on the show, and Martell doing what he do with the Scotts and everybody else, and Destiny and things of that nature. So maybe she felt more comfortable talking to an attorney, because that's the best route to go, because probably she saw it coming that he wanted to file for custody. But Martell is saying that he wasn't going to file for custody until he was accused of hitting his son and not seeing his son for 56 days. And then on top of that, he's accusing Mel of having over 24 people watching the children while she flies and things of that nature. He also states in the post that he wrote that, she's busy and things of that nature. When mommy's busy, and something comes up, call me first. But you don't have that type of relationship, because there's been so much mud swang or thrown at one another, that when it comes down to the situation, when she has the kids, she feel comfortable in hiring somebody to watch the kids instead of calling you, because if she calls you and say, hey, can you watch the kids, that's going to be something that he's most likely going to use against her in court. And basically, she could be offered $25,000 to $90,000 to fly somewhere for 2 or 3 hours, and she could just hire somebody to watch the kids and then come back home. It's not really a big deal, because they have a separate household. She can't call him 24/7. She can't call him all the time. So therefore, she has to make provisions and, get people to watch her children. I don't think she found somebody yet. I don't think she wants a nanny, but it seems like she's going to probably have to hire somebody, to be their main sitter or something like that, because Martell is basically he's using that against her, using different people, saying that she's not using people in the family, and he doesn't want males watching the children. He has a whole lot of different stipulations, but yet this would have never went down if he didn't step outside their marriage and want to fulfill his needs and his urges sexually with whoever he wanted to. So this is why his family is broken up, and it's hard to believe things that Martell says, because we know he does lie, and even the people that he's friends with say that he lied, which is the Scotts. Okay, so in any event, it seems like there's kind of control he want to have over the situation, as far as, okay, yeah, you can have custody of the kids, but you got to do this, and it basically is another level of control, and also feeling inferior too as well, because her life hasn't stopped. Her life has kept going, and she's getting bag after bag after bag. And in his letter, he's making it seem like, oh, she's just so busy, and things of that nature. She's making sure the kids have a good life and have never want or need for anything, and she's putting them first by working and making sure that they never live in poverty ever. But in any event, Martell's not satisfied with it, and he's basically saying he's been lied on, and he's saying Melody is in contempt of court, and he's basically bragging that he's winning. So he's putting it out here that he's going to get custody of the kids, basically saying that she's an unfit mother. Whoa, crazy.